All right, welcome back everybody here to StarLadder Series 14, the North American qualifiers, the last game of the group stages. Winner of this will go to the loser bracket of the playoffs because they'll be the second team through the group, and they will be set to play Denial in a best-of-3. So a lot on the line to get through here, but there's no resting period afterwards because your next game you're immediately facing elimination from these qualifiers. It's map 2 Mirage. I'm Helium alongside Dust once again. How's it going?
I'm pretty good. This map should be pretty interesting. These two teams have played each other head-to-head on Mirage a couple of times recently between like the ESEA Pro League like qualifiers or something like that, as well as like Face It Stage 3 stuff before the finals. And both the games were 16-14 games or 16-13 games, and like they traded like, you know, one for each team. So it'll be interesting to see how they stack up tonight, especially after what we saw from Follow Esports there on Dust 2. And Follow Esports, again, a very comfortable team on Mirage. I saw them crank out some pretty big T-Has recently against some decent competition, even beating Liquid pretty recently on this map. But, of course, CLG has always historically been kind of one of the better NA teams on this map. You know, very comfortable playing. It even has some big wins against top European talent. So, I mean, this could really go either way. It's just going to come down to player form. But JDM, nice pick there.
Yeah, very nicely done. Peeking out that window. Hayes trying to do the same exact thing here. The connector finds one, continues to take that fight. So Stewie2k will take him down. And fighting now long range. Cutler up on top of Ticket. Those Glock shots just not landing at that range. Cutler got hit, I think, maybe once. But rooRoooo's got into a pretty dangerous position. Finesse completely aware of it. Cutler finding one at A. So Stewie all by his lonesome right now.
That was just good play from CLG. Once they got the numbers advantage into a 4-on-3, they just knew exactly what to keep an eye on. Like you said, you know, Finesse, knowing that rooRoooo had kind of gotten up the connector, could possibly be inside window room, had his eye on it. They had the bomb covered. They had each site covered. So, I mean, it was just well played by CLG all the way through.
So he didn't notice it. Cutler takes him down. All right, so pretty dominant round there from CLG. I thought there was a bit of a chance for Follow Esports after the initial fight. They kind of deposited themselves, but CLG too aware of what was going on, so they'll get the pistol. Very important for them, I think, if they're coming off of that first map where they kind of got it handed to them.
Yeah, I mean, this is the slide where you should be cranking out, you know, the bigger part of your numbers. But we do see Follow Esports with a couple of smokes here. They're going to do a set execute on this A-bomb site and look for a plant. But Hayes is playing in Get Right, so he won't really be affected by any of these nades and could just go off on him here with that MP7, I think he has. Yeah.
Yeah. I swear every position on this map, I feel like it's called Get Right.
Well, Get Right, cat corner, and then Get Right between the boxes. Or you call it sandwich, I guess.
Yeah. I go.
It was actually called Get Right from the previous version of Mirage, like before the Valve one.
Well, I don't recall. Let's go. Hazed gets just the one. I think it actually transitioned to move under Shadow. Now Stewie, they're fighting for CT control. The bomb's still not gone down yet, and there it actually does go. Thought maybe it wouldn't. Stewie2k gonna try. But he can't do it. Finesse with 2 there with the MP7. And that's really all they wanted, just get that bomb down.
Exactly.
And they succeeded in doing that. Even killed 2 CTs while they were at it.
Yeah, so I mean, getting exactly what they wanted out of it, getting a bomb plant. And because they didn't invest so much in that round, they actually could buy here. You know, this is almost like that third round buying situation. They didn't get the plant in the first round, but again, very, very low cost to get that one. But no, they decided just to Tech 9 up, do a bit of a quasi-buy, as Similar would call it, and get some utility, get some upgraded pistols, a few armors.
I thought that was Henry G's.
Maybe. I know Similar says it like almost every time it happens.
They're all saying it a lot these days. I'm going to stick with half-buy because that's what it was always called.
Okay.
There's no need to get fancy.
Okay. Your show, man. I'm just here.
No, I'm not saying you can get fancy. I just.
Oh, okay. Well, with this half-buy to satisfy my co-cast, we are going to see a set B execute coming in here from Follow Esports. There are 2 in the area to defend against this, but aKis is able to get in there and get a kill, and they could find another bomb plant out of this. Yeah,
Peter was able to get safely in. Player is pushing up Cat, I do believe, but still covered by the box, and Market can't hit that angle either, so the bomb will go down, and actually a 3-on-3, some armor and P250 still in the mix. rooRoooo taking out Hazed. Hazed surely should have got that kill. That maybe could be the big impact frag of the round for Follow Esports. JDM does get one. Cutler now working his way out a window, still dealt with the crossfire. This man was hitting some shots on Dust 2, and will he continue to do the same thing here on Mirage? It looks like he will. Brings down the last player, and should have time to defuse the bomb. So there it is, 3-0 CLG. But 2 plants in a row for Follow Esports, mean a big round is coming. And that was expensive for CLG.
Yeah, that's the other big part of it, right? Is the fact they continuously force CLG to rebuy, so they keep getting their money low. Like, they can't build up this impressive bank. You see guys like JDM going down to $0. Same with Finesse. So, I mean, getting your money reset here would almost force some type of double save scenario. So, I mean, this is really scary stuff here. And if all esports can string together this round, we could be right into like a deja vu moment from Dust 2. As we are going to see the mid control coming into play here for Follow Esports. rooRoooo coming up the underpass. We got aKis and Peter back middle. No presence at A at all.
That smoke missed.
That is true.
rooRoooo hitting those invisible edges and corners like all CS players will eventually do. So he's going to try to work in and, doesn't quite notice that hazed is hiding behind the box. So hazed, I would think, will have the advantage on this one. But rooRoooo just reacts so quickly. And keep in mind that rooRoooo is only at 46 HP because of that initial nade, and aKis turning around expecting Tarik to be getting cheeky in the ladder room. So he shuts that down. 5 versus 3 in a very, very big important round. A lot of implications on this one, given how expensive the last one was for CLG. Finesse trying to give them a hope here. Finds the first kill for CLG. It's now a 3 on 4.
But now Follow knows he's alone. That was the big read that Stewie2k got out of that, was there's no one else to help Finesse out. Everyone else is still over at A. They think that a lot of Follow Esports is still just holding their mid control. They don't know what's going on right now. Finesse is even pushed out of B, concerned that there might still be players at mid or underpass going connector to the A-bomb side. So they've forfeited B pretty much completely.
Yeah, it looks like it will probably be a full-on retake. And Finesse was just heard. That call came out to Peter, hey, one's cat. Finesse dropped off of that ladder instead of walking down it or crouching down it. Basically, he didn't go sneaky beaky-like, and Peter knew exactly where he was as a result.
That's massive that communication came out. But also just a good initial mid-control for Follow Esports to, even though their smokes missed, they took some nade damage, they're just able to, pick up hazed on connector. That was just really crazy that rooRoooo actually wins that duel, despite the fact you think hazed has a positional advantage. And then on top of that, they catch Tarik just trying to be cheeky in the ladder, as you noted, and you get a 5-on-3 just instantly like that.
Ooh, JDM actually might have had that kill if he had shot as soon as he went blind with the player jumping across. So 2 guns to be saved, and it doesn't appear that Follow really wants to hunt them down. They've just posted up very, very post-round mid-control. That's the new meta right there. But 1 round for them, and CLG, even with saving 2 weapons, I mean, Cutler can drop 1 more rifle.
They're going to force here.
Yeah, so they will continue to force up 2 M4A4s, an AWP, and 2 5.7s. So still a decent chance on this one, but it's still expensive. They're bought in 100%.
Exactly. They lose this thing, and yeah, the double save is right around the corner, basically, and that could be Follow Esports like taking a lead 4-3, basically, off the back of that. So this is a very, very big round as we see Follow Esports just letting Slemmy lurk mid, Stewie2k Palace, everyone else A. They do have 3 smokes, so probably top stairs, jungle, and CT spawn. But Cutler and hazed are past those smokes, so that won't really affect them at all to defend this. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, that should bode well for CLG. They've also got a smoke down in Palace as a response, so Stewie has to go through that. But aKis and Slemmy hitting all of the shots on the entry, and even Stewie2k having to push through the smoke at Palace gets his shot onto Tarik. So that fell apart very, very quickly. Finesse in jungle trying to fight his way out. Does slide back through the murder hole. And we'll get out to B safely with his boy JDM, who, well, he's looking at the bomb, but unfortunately it's out of reach.
Yeah, just really well done. I mean, that's the thing. When you're CLG and you elect to just stay inside the site despite those smokes coming in, even though you know you're isolated from your rotate, you have to win your duels, and they just didn't. I mean, they just got completely wiped clean. Follow Esports with 3 really, really rapid entries, and that's the round at that point. And now CLG aren't even really able to save these guns. So, yeah, the double save is looking very likely. Certainly 1 full save coming up, and maybe a 2nd save or a broken by the Follow. So, yeah, Follow Esports, great opportunity to take a lead in this game early.
Yeah, it may just be 1 because this is 2 rounds they've lost now, so the bonus has started to build up a little bit for CLG. But even if they do decide to buy next round, it's not going to be super healthy, and they might even just go 5-7 armor and then take a rifle in round 7, or round 8, I guess would be that point. Assuming they don't win this one. I mean, it does happen. It seems unlikely, especially on a map like Mirage, where I think the pistol ecos are some of the hardest to come by just because of how many long-range sightlines there are on this map.
It's so weird that Follow Esports has no presence A when they go for mid-control, right? Like, CLG doesn't detect it though, but yeah, Tarik getting caught there.
I really wanted him to succeed because he was playing that with a Zeus. Which is like the scummiest thing to do ever, but, you know, I still want to see them. The noise when people get Zeus is just, it's too good. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Very good.
That was not bad.
It was
For a second, I thought someone got
If
Zeus.
my voice would have cracked for me right there in the middle of that impression, it might have been perfect.
Yeah, that could have been,
Could
have been 8 of 8.
8. But yeah, so as you noted, they do have enough money coming to do some type of buy here, but they won't be able to get the op in JDM's hands. They won't have the great utility, so yeah, they do just select to kind of get some pistols and get a Nova. And again, that's just allowing Follow eSports the chance to creep back into this game in a big way. Going for a mid-A split, it appears very, very quick on this mid, too. They're just pushing through very, very fast. Already in connector.
Oh, aKis winning that one. No, Peter went down, actually. Hayes was able to find one, but Stewie2k all the way out on top of stairs on A. A site completely conceded right now. JDM's trying to flank back and T's spawn. You got FNS in the connector. Or actually trying to get into the connector. Oh my gosh, and he just gets laid out by rooRoooo. Tarik now showing himself from jungle. He'll retreat out, and there's an op shot coming in from JDM, so it's gone down to a 2-on-2. There are no kits here, though. And it looks like CLG will concede the round and try to save these weapons and armor.
That's just a good read from Follow eSports, right? Like realizing the money situation for CLG, understanding that it's very unlikely they had enough money to put an op on window. And just because they realize that that's the case, they just storm up middle of the connector as quickly as they possibly can. And they just, you know, because CLG gets so aggressive on A ramp, they're just able to kind of pinch the side in and just, you know, take it with ease. It got a little bit scary there at the end when JDM's able to kind of flank and pick up Peter's op and, you know, get it into a 2-on-2. But in the end, CLG forced back. And we will see the double op come into play now, though. So Tarik will have his op at B. JDM will still be playing that window room, most likely. And we're going to see that. Actually, no. It's me, JDM opping B, and Tarik will take his op in the Palace.
Oh, and Tarik will win that one. As Peter goes down, so rooRoooo left alone. It looks like his teammates are starting to fill in those gaps now. The reinforcements are on the way. Stewie will be the one to take over Palace. Looks like it might be an A-hit. Slemmy lurking out in the middle, pop flashing to get his way out. Tarik has been spotted. He was almost caught throwing a smoke. He throws that smoke, but two members have already passed. It may not matter as Tarik gets the shot onto aKis. We'll see FNS start rotating around into jungle right now. And that was a nice little bouncy smoke to cover off jungle. Or connector, excuse me, from jungle. Stewie the last one up, and Cutler just get him with the spray down through the boards. Flawless round for CLG, 5 alive, and that's going to be great news for them, yeah.
With all the money problems they've been having this series, to get a nice clean round like that's the first one they've had, you know, between this and Dust 2. So that's really, really good for them. And that's just them throwing a trick play in. You know, Tarik having a good spawn to push Palace. He takes it, he gets the initial op pick, and just, you know, sets them up for success right off the bat. Finds the second one as well in that round. So really nice change up from CLG to catch Follow off guard. Follow and Natus go back to their normal kind of mid control here. JDM has his op back.
Ate a grenade.
Kill.
Because he's a man. Men eat grenades for breakfast and then hit their op shots afterward. Stewie2k evening up for just a second. Cutler's there for the trade out. Shooting from in sight. rooRoooo. Oh, beautifully done. Gives it a little hop. rooRoooo pulling a bunny foo-foo. Put that one on a list of sayings, Dust.
I will add it to my book as now we're in a 3-on-3, but Slemmy gets caught. The bomb is down. They know the rest of the pressure comes from connectors, so this round's pretty much fallen on its face. If Slemmy could have gotten into A, it could have been different, but he gets caught, and that makes all the difference here as CLG will keep the lead for themselves. They won't give it up any longer, and yeah, CLG starting to pick it up here with this double op setup, and Follow eSports starting to run out of cash finally.
Well, not quite yet. They got one more here. Could maybe even it up.
But
but
starting to run out of cash.
Yeah,
Come on,
starting
man.
to run out of cash.
I didn't say they were out of cash yet. I said starting
fair,
to.
fair enough. I was too busy looking at chat. They're commenting on how high they think I am. I'll take it. JDM and
You're just
Tarik
still on
with those
tryptophan,
ops.
right? On those Thanksgiving leftovers.
Yeah, I did have turkey today. It was rough, dude. I
There you
woke up
go.
at 2 p.m., ate turkey, and fell back asleep.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, my life
Now
is
it's all explained.
pathetic.
All makes sense now. But a little bit of a different look here from Follow eSports. They're really stacked heavy to B, but yeah, it's the fake. The smoke's come out. The bomb's already traversing its way back through spawn, but when you get kills like this and there's no more pressure, it's going to allow hazed just to start sneaking back. But no one's rotated off of B yet. Still, now hazed finally gets over into A.
Wow.
So they will be here in time.
Kind of surprising. hazed kills those people, and they still keep 3 locked over on B. It may not matter, but there's Peter getting 1 kill, and that Molotov is perfect onto the player at Ticket, who just jumps up on the box. Still, though, taken down rooRoooo with a nice shot. Tarik up onto Peter, so winning that sniper duel has been spotted. And peeking on Cycle, Slemmy, here's that op shot miss, capitalizes instantly. 2 players kind of lined up, but luckily FNS has his gun out, so he'll save the life of, who was that with him, JDM there?
This round's so wacky, man.
Yeah, and JDM very, very low. It's a one-on-one, though. He does have a kit. Slemmy seems to be still expecting CT, and JDM hits a very nice shot. So 6-4, and Follow eSports now should be out of money.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I'm surprised it even got that close. You think once CLG gets those initial 2 kills at B and they don't receive any more pressure, they would be quick to kind of get back into a default kind of 2-1-2, but they remain pretty B heavy despite the fact that Follow was pretty slow to hit on A. They still get in there and get a bomb plant and get it into a 1v1. Or no, they didn't get the plant, but still got it into a 1-on-1. So that's a lot of damage CLG took there. But Follow not going to be able to capitalize on it right there. I'm pretty much a full save here and maybe looking to do some type of fake A to B hit now this time. Let me throw in those flashes at A, so they're going to try to do another fake.
Yeah, it'll be aKis taking the point of this one. Tarik will take him down. Slemmy did actually get a kill. And here it goes on to B. FNS, the one defending. Stewie will bring him down. CLG's Cutler going to be the next one to rotate over. Does take down one a second, and before that almost found one more. So nearly a 3K for Cutler on the retake. Big round for him, but still a bomb plan for Follow eSports, which means a ton of money back into the tank of Follow eSports.
Yeah, it's just Follow eSports has to figure out how to work against this double op setup. But CLG's doing such a great job about moving them around. Like one time they're pushed up Palace, another they're in more default positions mid and B. So it's just about trying to figure where's the gap at. Or can Peter just take a duel upright with one, and he will actually get the op for, I feel like, the first time in a while. As they will just go default mid control. They're waiting for aggression this time. They're not pushing out the back of mid immediately. They're waiting for rooRoooo to get underpass. They're going to slowly work this. Meanwhile, Stewie is, you know, cautious about Palace aggression. It's happened before. He kind of checked it. Now he's going back to A ramp. And they're going to, you know, begin to gather up default. But JDM finds that op pick on the underpass.
So that's rooRoooo down, who was a big part of Follow eSports on Dust 2. The man had, I think, 20 plus, maybe up to 23 kills in the first half. It was pretty insane on that T side. They have not quite found the same success here on Mirage. CLG's CT side looking quite good, but Peter evening it up.
They were really patient at the back of mid. They do catch hazed being aggressive. Now they'll form up at A, and Cutler's all alone here. JDM will be the first to rotate, but he's still keeping his eyes on mid, so Cutler has a lot of work to do to hold off this execute. As JDM's taking the long way back around to A, FNS is starting to drift that direction, so they might get here in time.
And let's go back over to Cutler. He's going to pop flash out from under Shadow, but it's Slemmy moving forward. Ooh, really lucky, actually. He's both flashed and sitting in a smoke, but he did see the man before he started shooting. FNS moving through quickly, does get one, but now into a 2-on-2, 25 seconds. Stewie, actually, I think he just got hit by that flash, but he's going to push forward very, very quickly. Oh, man, these guys are so blind pushing up, but they still bring down JDM. He had no way of knowing that that smoke had actually, or the flash had landed on them both. And Stewie just trying to get behind triple box to get the plant down. Meanwhile, Cutler is going to go for some spams. He will take one shot through, but it will miss. And Stewie just going to sit tight. Now definitely knows that Tarik hasn't pushed very far forward. Molotov going out, going to try to stop that forward progress just a little bit. The pistol comes out from Tarik, interestingly enough. And Stewie finds a 2K, and Follow will win their 5th round here, but you got JDM with just under 16K. So they're good to buy.
Yes, just when they get that out pick on hazed being aggressive mid, they shift back to A, and they're just able to get in there before the rotate really sets in all the way. And that's a big, big win for Follow eSports. Finally getting a point on the board here towards the end with just a couple of rounds left to be played in this half. See if they can extend it a little bit more. They're looking again just to work mid-A, but JDM finally starting to get that op and gets that kill. Cutler also holding A really well now.
Oh my gosh, aKis, beautiful. Hits the first shot of the haze, transfers that spray over to Cutler after Cutler had a very nice 2K of his own. And, well, aKis, even though that was pretty flashy, left with 15 HP in a 1 versus 3. At the very least, he can make it a little bit more expensive, but nope. Tarik will finish him off. Cutler assisting on that one. So now 8-5, 2 rounds left in the half. Can CLG get into the double digits? They'll have at least one more free round.
They're certainly looking good. I mean, JDM, who was really lackluster on Dust 2, has really picked it up on the CT side. He's really been getting out on
He leaned back
and
further.
winning engagements. Yeah, he just kind of relaxed.
It was a little too close to his monitor. He had to scoot away a bit more.
No, it'll be fellow esports now on just a force. Plenty of money still to buy next round, regardless of how this goes. But they're trying to see if they can't force something up or B. They've been successful getting plants here, but Tarik's op is going to be to meet them this time.
And there goes the face of Slemmy. Nice. Tarik still holding this angle. They probably expected him to have fallen, but no, he stays up there, confident in his abilities. And rooRoooo. Whoa, actually, look at this. I mean, this is going to turn into a bomb plant. Now they've got an op up on aKis. JDM legged rooRoooo, but didn't actually get the kill. So 3-on-3, op AK and a Tech 9. And the barrel has been spotted, so Hayes completely given away there as he's trying to flank from up in the apartments. He was a critical part of this retake, and look at that, pushing through the smoke into market. He's flanking right in behind. Who is that right there? JDM, and he goes down to follow eSports, win that round, the round that I started with saying CLG should have at least one more free round.
Yeah, I know.
But no, they drop it, and now they are pretty broke as well, so maybe it's follow eSports that ends up getting one more free round.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, obviously, aKis was big in that round, the entries, but rooRoooo just slipping up catwalk on the flank. No one rotated through connector to pick up on that. So rooRoooo just gets a free kill on the back and an AK, puts it to use for a second kill. I mean, this rooRoooo's been making plays all night, man.
Peter.
And that's a big opening kill to get in this round as well as, you know, look at CLG. They don't have much to work with this round, and Stewie2k finding a pick. This is starting to hurt.
Oh, Cutler. I wonder if he heard those footsteps and is just like, I'm going to keep running. Run, Forrest, run. Don't get shot at the back. Or just they blended in with his own. Who knows? JDM, though, getting an op shot, getting another finesse to actually take the advantage for a second. But Peter with his second op kill, and actually only op kills right now for Follow Esports. Finesse is very low. JDM not too healthy either, but it might just come down to the ops. So HP could be irrelevant. Stewie with a really nice peek. I believe he spotted Finesse as well. So they know that he's locked in on the site. We'll go to his camera. 1 versus 2, 6 HP, and a FAMAS. Not really the situation you want to be in. It was so much time. Follow Esports throws some nades and just completely ditch. Ding-dong ditch on the A site right now.
Yeah, Finesse is pretty quick to read this, though, so he's already begun to rotate, but the foot race will be won by Peter. He will get into the... Well, maybe not. He slows down a little bit. This gives Finesse a chance to actually get into the site before Peter hops in, so this is giving Finesse a little bit of a chance.
I don't know if there was a shoulder maybe spotted there at Van. I'm not sure. Molotov goes through window. Finesse going to move forward. Here's that plant, and he will stop the plant, so Stewie with the Tech 9. Yeah, I was gonna say should be good enough to close it out. Desperation there with the flash, and somehow, I mean, it was what 7-4 at one point, looking like CLG could maybe have a pretty big half, but it gets as close as possible. 8-7 here on Mirage.
Yeah, I mean, it was certainly a good start for CLG to get that 3-0 start, but then Follow Esports, you know, working their mid control, being able to get into connector quite rapidly, you know, get some really nice executes off, and you know, even take a lead at one point. But then we saw like JDM really start coming live with the op there, like rounds 8 through 13. You know, really starting to be able to deny that mid control to Follow Esports. You saw Cutler making some nice A holds when he and Hayes early on were kind of struggling a bit to hold that site. But right there at the end, Follow Esports punches in the final 3 of 4 and keeps it a very, very close game at 8-7. Still really like in reach for both teams at this point.
Do you like A holds better or B holds?
What?
Okay, never mind. Have you seen that commercial where they have the donut holes and it's like, do you like A holes better or B holes? I was trying to reference that.
Now it makes
there you
go. It makes way more sense.
You like the A holds?
I think B hole sounds funnier than A hole.
Yeah, B holds. Everyone loves a good B hold, you know. How high is this caster dust? That's the real question. All Kevlar for Follow Esports. These dudes came to brawl.
CLG looking to throw some type of fake at A and then do an upper B hit, so stealing a playbook right out of Follow eSports. And they rotated on it too. There's 4 people in A right now. Slemmy all alone here.
Slemmy, though, you know what stops Glock trains? Bullets to the face. Slemmy delivers 2 of them. JDM will take him down with the Tech 9. 4 on 3, but it looks like it will be a retake situation. Or no, actually, no. Bomb. They're still trying to move forward and get some kills, even it up before they plant the bomb. And now JDM pinched in on the site. rooRoooo takes one down. Peter with a nice flick over to Tarik. And wow, only Slemmy going down. Follow eSports winning the second pistol because CLG did get the first.
Slemmy just overperforming there. I mean, you can't ask for better out of a player like that. When you've really bid on A and you're leaving him alone at upper B and he comes out with 2 kills, I mean, like I said, you just can't ask for much more than that. I mean, sure, he could have had even a more ridiculous play, but getting 2 kills in that position is massive. It really set up his team for success, and they actually tie off the game right away because of that. They're already to buying here. CLG, no bomb plant, so they can't really look to buy in the 3rd round. They just have to try to force up here and see what they can find, but this is a great opportunity for Follow eSports to take a lead here.
Well, CLG have certainly got the mid control. How can they work themselves out of this position? They got 2 on the catwalk, 2 lower mid. hazed is just waiting. Oh, no, he gives it up. He was waiting for someone to peek window. The peek never came anyways, and okay. I guess none of that matters. hazed just peeks into the window himself, gets the shot onto Peter. Tarik brings down aKis. Follow eSports, maybe starting to sweat a little bit. Arms getting heavy. Slemmy bringing it back in. Through the ladder rim, might find another kill out in the mid. He does. That's 2 for him. It got on the reload. hazed. What's happening in that situation? I don't know. We've gone over to rooRoooo and friends pushing up through CT. Finesse on the back of the default box will go down. hazed now locked into the connector. And a 1 versus 3 with FMOS. He is quite low. Nice first kill onto Stewie. And oh, maybe a second he does. Gives that re-peek to Slemmy, who was trying to control that spray. rooRoooo just moving forward. Who even looked like he was moving forward while reloading, but does chase down the kill. hazed nearly did it. rooRoooo, though, having a kit, will get the bomb defuse.
It's scary around there for Follow eSports. It's not the comfortable victory that they had hoped for. CLG, investing a lot of money into that, getting a bomb plant. They can't really respond with a purchase here just because they invested so much to get that plant, but they still force a little bit here anyway. I think it's kind of realizing how low Follow eSports money is. They had to rebuy 4 players, so they know this is kind of their chance to really put Follow eSports in the hole economically, and so they're going to go for this here. Fault set up for the most part, looking to get control of mid. No presence at mid from Follow eSports, just Peter kind of holding it from connector. 2-1-2.
Yeah, so not worried about mid again, it seems. Peter in connector. He's got that CZ, so you can actually stay hidden in this position, people, unless they check it, of course. And Peter is still able to get 1 frag. Now Slemmy pushing off of the catwalk with a chance for some more, only taking about 25 damage. And he got his kill. Oh, what a shot from downtown. Cutler with 3 points. And 1 HP, which doesn't really bode well, but that was a sick nade.
Yeah, poor aKis, man. Like, he did so much damage to Cutler just trying to finish that frag and gets caught by a nade. And now that means that Cutler has a 1v2. He's left the bomb. He's looking to flank these guys. This could get really interesting. They're kind of onto it now, though. rooRoooo's actually keeping his eye on it.
Well, he throws his flash for a bit of misdirection, though, over the wall, thinking, oh, maybe this guy's on the A site. rooRoooo is maybe in the more critical position as Cutler is going to try to come through the hole here. Oh, and timing is everything sometimes in this game. rooRoooo wasn't really looking, then just happens to check it.
I mean, that was smart from Cutler to figure out where's this next guy, especially when you have 1 HP. Like, you kind of have to make a crazy play to win it. And so he was patient. He tried to sniff out the second player, but rooRoooo reacts. And like you said, timing everything in that moment. And Follow eSports do take it. They're up 10-8. They have CLG now back onto a save, an opportunity to keep extending this lead, as we are going to see CLG. They're just going to make no ifs, ands, or buts about this round. Just looking to smash A as quickly as possible.
Wow, what did the A side ever do to anybody? Stewie2k. It could be in a pretty critical position here. Hits flash. Oh, it actually takes the ladder out. hazed will obliterate him. So Stewie unable to do anything in that close quarters with the MP9. Bomb's going to go down. aKis taking a ton of damage. hazed is on the site at triple box alone. Having to fight CT, though, is going to be a little too difficult. A few players low. Actually, a lot of players low for Follow moving in, but it's a very clean take as rooRoooo steps up to the plate.
I mean, Fallout eSports are putting together a nice little game here now after winning on Dust 2. And the thing is CLG was probably one of the favorites to make it out of this qualifier and actually qualify for the LAN event. I mean, you think about it. Liquid's not a part of this tournament. Neither is Cloud9. Yeah, you have Conquest and Luminosity out there. But CLG was certainly kind of one of the other teams that you would think, you know, would make it. But they might get eliminated in the group stages before they even get to the top 8, the way that they're playing right now. Like, Fallout eSports are really showing us something here.
Yeah, indeed. And the op back on Peter. JDM with his. And CLG taking a bit different of approach. No mid control this time, but a little bit slower of a take as they do have rifles. But it's not panning out too well. It's gone even 3 versus 3. And they're too scared to move off of Tetris right now. There's 3 people here.
Yeah.
Little do they know they had all day to move forward. The CT reinforcements just now getting there. I don't know, CLG playing a little timid, or... And look at this, yeah, that was not heard. Finesse is going to go down without a fight. And rooRoooo, 2 kills on the last round to clean up that pesky eco that led to a plant, and 2 big ones here on the rifle to win another key round for Follow Esports, pending some impeccable plays by the prolific NA opper JDM. I was really trying to pack some alliteration into that one, as the JDM peeking over and getting shot down by Peter, who picked up a pack of pickled peppers.
I mean, what that round boiled down to was hazed found a gap in the smoke at A ramp, used it to his advantage to get entry, and so CLG looking to capitalize on that. You think, okay, there's only 2 in the area, maybe 1 rotates jungle or connector, but we should be able to overpower this site. And they got held up. Like, aKis did great. You know, playing the top of stairs and getting a kill. Peter, you know, rotated jungle, found himself an op frag, and they got really bogged down because of that. They couldn't capitalize on that entry. Like, just a great response from Follow Esports. Now they're up 12-8. They have CLG pinned against the ropes. They have a bye here, but their money's so low going into the next round if they lose this. Like, this could be where Follow Esports just steams out ahead and takes this game if CLG can't find the round here.
All aKis on deck right now for CLG. And it looks like 1 player's got up the catwalk. That will be Cutler. Finesse was in the underpass. Flash goes in. rooRoooo will dodge it. And oh my gosh, turning and reacting so quickly. Taking down Cutler, who himself was trying to turn around because he kind of went in with that pop flash. rooRoooo able to get the trade there onto hazed. rooRoooo, man, we've been saying his name a lot in the last couple rounds here on CT side.
I think he dropped a 30 last game. He's at 23 this game.
Might do the same. And here he is, and again, got himself in a key position on cap, but he will go down without a frag this time. Peter, though, moving in, stomping the plant, just leaving 1 on the site. It's Tarik. Peter with 2 to close it.
It's just the speed at which Follow Esports rotates, man. Like, as soon as they catch the kill on rooRoooo, they're like, okay, we have the B-bomb site. No, Peter's right there to prevent the bomb plan. And this happened on Dust 2 so many times where they were able to get quick flanks on CLG, and CLG just not anticipating the speed at which Follow Esports gets in the position on these retakes.
Yeah, the only time, like, we go back to that round at A where the site was actually clear for like 20 seconds and CLG was actually too scared to move forward.
Yeah, they just took too many deaths
and that was like
bogged down.
That was like actually 1 really slow rotate from Follow that they failed to capitalize on. And here's rooRoooo out middle. I mean, when you've got confidence, you just run out middle and kill people. He does only get the 1, so that does actually favor CLG a little bit. Even still.
Yeah, now they have the smoke on window. They're gathered up here at mid. They have Finesse over at upper B, so it seems like mid B is the play here. But Slemmy, he's getting aggressive. He's pushing up on this choke point, but his rotate's pretty far away, so he's going to have to make another big play like he did in the pistol round.
Oh, Finesse. There it goes. Intercepting Slemmy as he tries to push into the B apartments for some information. I actually kind of wonder why he does that. It's even. It's 4-on-4. Tries to make a play. Gets shut down, might actually just end up handing CLG around here.
Yeah.
Which they haven't even been able to get 1 on T's side. This is their first.
Now. Yeah, certainly a bit of a gamble there from Slemmy. I guess, you know, if you think everyone's still at mid, maybe you're trying to get a flank off or get information, but like no one really had enough eye on mid to like know for sure that CLG was still there. And yeah, like I said, you're in a 4-on-4. You know, Slemmy, especially when you're the only guy in that area, like if you go down, that site's over. Like your rotate's pretty far off. No one's going to be able to really respond to that if you die. It was definitely, you know, risky and did not pay off. And so CLG finally getting themselves around in this half after, you know, losing the last 6 after Follow eSports mounted a really big lead. This is CLG trying to play themselves back into this game.
So, I mean, that resets a massive losing bonus. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on this round for CLG to string one together, or it could just be even easier for Follow to close this game out.
But think about this, though. Think about how many rebuys that Follow eSports has had to do. They've had a lot of rounds. They've only had 2 players or 3 players left, so their money is actually quite low. Look at this. They lose 1 round after winning 6 in a row, and they're already in like a force buy situation with guys on FAMAS and low utility. And if they lose this, they're saving next round. So this gives CLG's opportunity to strike back and put themselves in contention for this map.
So throwing some smokes out to middle. I think that mine might have went to window, so trying to feign some oh no, it is just a complete fake, and they smoked window as well, so that when they rotate through underpass, the window is covered, and now they're coming into connector. Hazed takes down Peter, but like you said, no one bid on it, so there is still a lot of defenders here at the site, but it doesn't seem to matter. Hazed taking down Stewie through the box, and now just rooRoooo and Slemmy, so they will back off, and CLG looks like they might have found their feet here midway through the second half.
Yes, I mean, despite the fact that no one on Follow eSports fell for the fake, it's still CLG being able to get up connector and catch people playing angles that are exposed to it. This guy playing inside the site was completely open to a connector push. So, I mean, just a little bit of maybe off positioning. You should have repositioned once you realize mid's been forfeited. And that allowed CLG kind of some easy entries onto the site. Now it's 10-13 and very likely 11-13 since Follow eSports didn't save any guns. They don't have really any money.
Oh, they do not. They've lost 2 rounds in a row, so they'll have a decent amount of money coming in. So if they just go PT50s here, they should be good enough to buy in the next round. They might be without an op, though. So let's see what they can get done. Will they try to go for a bit of a stack? They will. We got 4 right into the A site, 1 in connector, and even coming through jungle. So 2 connector, 3 A site. They've stacked it up big time. Might get themselves a kill on the Tarik, because he's the one man working A by himself right now. And that's exactly what happens. rooRoooo finds the kill up there into Palace, and that's an AK now for Follow eSports. But also, I would say decent information for CLG, depending on how many Tarik saw. It might have just actually been the 1.
I think he only saw the 1, but they're still going in the B right now, so they'll see shortly that that's completely open. They're sending FNS in as a probe just to see what's up. Okay, it's safe now. Hazed will jump in with the bomb.
Dang, FNS demoted to worker unit. As Cutler holding this flank. Lays 1 down on the couch. Looks like Slemmy will be sleeping on the floor. 4 on 3 right now on the post plan for CLG. So this will be the 3rd round in a row, and they're actually the 3rd round of the second half for them. So turning it around nicely, making the comeback a reality is rooRoooo. Oh, rooRoooo actually did by Kevlar too. So he'll really want to hold on to this AK.
Yeah, for sure. And Follow eSports should have enough money coming this next round to make pretty much a full purchase, especially now that rooRoooo already has an AK and armor. That'll help out a lot. And this next round will be the big one. This will be kind of the one that lets us know who has the advantage going forward.
And that 3rd map, ladies and gentlemen, is Cobble.
And that's the thing, actually. I think CLG has a super big advantage on Cobble. So if Follow eSports wants to win this series, they need to close this one out. I don't see them winning Cobble on map 3.
Yeah, so a lot of pressure on Follow right now to close it out. Stewie2k holding a nice angle. Does get 1. Peter hits an op shot, but that's all he will get. So it goes 3 for 3. Over the stairs is aKis, who stays alive. 7 HP, just retreating so quickly. He's even going to go further than that. Out through the smoke, back into middle. I'm not even 100% sure he knows that he dropped the bomb. It's been picked back up by JDM. And it's FNS and JDM in a 2 on 3.
Everyone's already here, though. He bought time for Slemmy and rooRoooo to get in position. They've completely bought onto A. No one's watching B.
And as the smokes go down, it seems like they're going to know what's up. aKis is still holding really passive. He wants to stay alive, keep that man advantage, but he will come back to peek connector if they know the bomb's going down. And can they double peek? Oh, that flash! It blinded everybody. Slemmy gets the kill onto FNS. Palace, he just finishes them both off. Headshot onto JDM. 14-11, and let's look at the money for CLG. It is good enough to sustain another buy round, or even 2. 3 people up at 9K.
It's enough for as many rounds as it matters, because if Follow eSports wins 2 rounds, it's over anyway. So the money shouldn't be the biggest issue for them. But I mean, that round, that's why it's so hard to play a man down when you don't have the utility, because you're always leaving something unsmoked, whether it's CT or jungle or stairs or whatever, and you're just going to get busted on that every time. It's so hard to get a plant down in that situation, and so Follow eSports doing great work. Now they're pushing mid, they're getting the kills.
Oh, rooRoooo does turn and is able to get one more, so it's just one up there at the island at the top of middle. JDM, though, seeing feet and hitting shots, brings down Stewie2k, so 3-on-2 right now. Peter with the chance to even it up. Doesn't want to peek further into the Molotov, so just took a shot. Keep Tarik maybe a little scared. Tarik's actually alone for a long time on this site, having to wait for the bomb to make its way back over. It's even going through Palace, too. So, Peter, is there going to be any utility expended as a flash, a smoke, anything? They're going to nade into jungle. That should disrupt the vision a little bit. There's JDM with the smoke down, blocking off that line of sight. But aKis is here through CT. He takes down Tarik. 2-on-2 now. Flash for him. He's going to go out with that. Cutler at Firebox. Will be blind again. JDM also blind. They can make up a lot of ground here. And JDM misses a shot. Man on ticket, just waiting for him to repeak. aKis is going to clear out the Firebox. He does. He's on the bomb right now. And it's Peter who brings down JDM, who wants another attempt at his previous shot that missed.
aKis has just been so great on these AO retakes from CT spawning against, because there's no smoke there. Like, Tarik used one really early on because he was there alone. Like, he kind of had to use it just to stay safe. But once the bomb comes in, there's no utility left to hold off the retake. Like, the smoke is already down at jungle. There's no smoke on CT spawn. aKis is going to be able to peek like that every single time with flashes and just really deny. And the way the bomb was planted, JDM couldn't do anything about that. I mean, even if he wouldn't have died, he
wasn't
can't
even
really
planted
push
for
that.
A ramp.
Exactly.
Even still, it probably was one of the better places he could have been playing at that point with him coming from CT. Just didn't hit his shots, and then he was left with a bad situation. Still 11 up on this round. It will be Glass Cannon on the T side. They seem to be bunched up here into the apartments. Tarik taking the point. JDM now just holding back as his teammates push forward. No, he'll go with them with that sniper rifle. Tarik hits the entry and finds another. Trying to take this into his own hands. They'll need 4 rounds in a row to take it into OT. And Follow eSports, I think they're in a place where they got a round buffer, willing to just completely forfeit this round, save onto their guns, and just win one more to close out the series 2-0.
And that's the smart play. They have no business trying to attempt this retake. They weren't anywhere near position to even try. So they will just hold onto the guns as best as they can, but CLG certainly going for the chase. Like I said, money's not a factor for them anymore. They can afford to chase all they want. They need to try to limit what Follow eSports is going to have going into the next round to just better their chances of making this tie happen and getting this ending in the OT, as they just brute forced him to be there. Just Tarik, like you said, putting it on his shoulders and just, securing the round.
Shout out to Grant, who's in the chat. What's up? Long time no see.
Was it one of those guys that begged you for a shout out?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's not. Dota player, commentator, rapper.
Oh, we don't care about those guys.
He knows what's up. As they got the bomb down, CLG just looking for information, trying to get some picks, and they'll work off of that. They're going to leave it at middle. JDM up there. Oh, Tarik, look, 2 entries into B in the last round. Gets one into the connector here. He will go down, but Cutler finds Peter, who is pushing up there in the B hall. So a 4-on-3 right now. CLG looking set for a 13th round.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just Tarik just getting up connectors so fast. They didn't really have the guns to peek window and keep an eye on mid, so he just sneaks up and gets a free frag. So probably a bit of miscommunication there on rooRoooo's part, not letting his teammate know, hey, I don't have mid watch, like they could get behind you. He had no clue, and that just opens up everything here.
JDM just went flying. But it won't matter.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a dead round. But now CLG, they're starting to threaten Follow eSports here. Follow eSports money is still not really the best. Yeah, exactly. And there is a pause, and I think this is probably tactical at this point. Like, Follow eSports really needs to think about this. Like, do we buy here? Do we just play the last round?
They're gonna
play for the last?
They're gonna go Kevlar, no helmet, P250. Yeah. Keep the buy real light, but still pretty potent.
Yeah, this is where you see like the repercussions of like winning those 2 rounds to get to 15, then losing and having their money reset. It's forced them into a full save there. This round gonna be some type of like upgrade pistol force buy type deal, but setting themselves up for a full buy next round. So it's gonna come down to the wire in this game as far as whether or not we get an OT or whether or not Follow eSports get the closest margin to victory possible in regulation.
Yeah, could go the full 30. Let's see. They are taking the tactical as well, so making good use of their timeouts. Can definitely talk about this round, what they're going to want to do with these pistols. Maybe you just win it with a light buy. I mean, that would be nice for follow. It does seem unlikely. I'm sure they're talking about both rounds, though, this one and the upcoming rifle. Or they need to figure out something different. Tarik has just been picking them to pieces the last few rounds.
Like, you're getting a 3-loss bonus next round, $2,400. So you need to buy as much as you can here, knowing what you're going to get next round, $2,400. Like, making sure you still have, like, your high 4K, low 5K
Maybe they
range
just pause to pull out the
purchase.
Calculators.
I mean, actually, that's not a bad idea.
Like, will I be able to have a smoke?
So, like, for
round?
someone like Stewie2k or Peter or Slemmy, you can buy, I mean, a bit more than everyone else and still be safe next round, right? Like, so that there you see the higher guys are actually getting a little bit more utility than the rest, but they're still not, like, they're not taking full advantage of this. I think some of these guys could even afford to pull out like an SMG or a shotgun because they'll still have plenty of money for the last round to do like an M4 buy. So I don't think they took full advantage of their money actually this round.
All right, well, I mean, the map is coming down to the wire. I mean, that efficiency and your spending on the CT side could very well make or break map number 2. aKis ready with a flash over mid. It looks like they want to time that peak with Slemmy and window. Oh no, everyone's on Cat too, but hazed shuts down that in a blaze of glory. 3 quick frags. Cutler gets rooRoooo, who was actually able to get 1 frag in that situation. I like it. I mean, that was a set piece there out in middle, but completely shut down by the positioning of hazed.
Absolutely. Pretty much nailed it as far as summarizing what happened there. Not much else to add to it. Like I said, I would have liked to see Follow eSports bought a little more into this round to give themselves a little bit of a better chance, but they elected not to do so. But they will still get one more shot at it here. They saved up. They have a full buy here. They got Peter with their op. Curious to see if they would do a double op, 'cause I know they use that on Dust 2 a little bit. And they do. Slemmy will pick up a secondary op. And, you know, CLG hasn't seen this before. So, you know, this is a great time to pull it out and catch CLG off guard, possibly.
Yep. Definitely an adjustment. That's usually what everyone's adjustment is, right? Rifles ain't working, one op's not working. Once you get the money, you'll go for double ops. And round 30, the first time a team is going to see it, there's no time to adjust. So if it works, that's the game. Slemmy at B brings down JDM, and it's a 5 versus 4 right now. They've got the mid control once more for CLG. Now just getting smoked off on Cap. Peter with his op, starting to light him up. He takes down Tarik. Just 3 men up now for CLG in round 30. They're going to flash through this smoke. That gets them out onto catwalk. Let's see rooRoooo in a pretty decent position. Slemmy, he's taking the attention from hazed, and oh my gosh, it's just the clean finish. 16-14. Everything goes wrong in the last round.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the double op, you pull it out for the first time. CLG's not used to seeing that. Like, they've never had to deal with an op at upper B, right? Like, Slemmy's always been either playing there with a rifle, kind of peeking it and then falling off. So they've only had to deal with the rifle there. So JDM thinks that, oh, I can just peek out here with an op and I don't have much to worry about except for a rifle. And he gets out-opt, and then Peter finds a pick, and all of a sudden you're in a 5-on-3. But the biggest thing there was once they got up Cat in the 3-on-5, they had so much attention focused to Slemmy at upper B. No one was paying attention to rooRoooo just sitting like right there outside the site. He just peeks him for free and grabs 2 kills, and that's the round. It's over with. It's done. And so, I mean, great effort here from Follow eSports. They were somewhat the underdogs coming into this game, I think, is fair to say.
Yeah,
and now they've eliminated... they've eliminated CLG from the tournament where, like I said, CLG was actually probably in many people's minds the favorite to, you know, move out of this, like, not just make it out of groups, but actually qualify for the LAN. Like, they were one of the favorites to do that. And now they're already out.
Yeah, so CLG with 73% odds on CSGO Lounge. Follow eSports with just 27, but they get the 2-0. And while Mirage was a tight game, if you had just watched that one, Dust 2 is a bit of a blowout, actually. Follow eSports or
9, I think it was.
Playing pretty well. Yeah, it was 16-9. And that'll be now Follow eSports moving to the losers round 1 of the playoff series of the North American qualifications here in StarLadder Series 14. They'll be playing Denial. Also down there, we've got Winter Fox versus Method up top. Or you start in the upper bracket, so you can still lose 1. We've got Complexity Gaming versus Luminosity. It's probably the best match of the next phase of qualifications right there, with 2 teams that could make it all the way and qualify for the event. And also Conquest and Enemy.
I mean, with CLG out of the equation, this really opens it up because remember, there's 2 spots at the LAN for NA. There's 5 for Europe and 1 for China. This is, of course, the LAN that will take place $200,000 in Belarus, so pretty cool stuff. I think that's going to be in January when this takes place, like the first event of next year, or one of the first at least. And one of the favorites to make it out of NA is already out. So, I mean, I think Luminosity is certainly one of the favorites to get a spot. But now, I mean, this second spot's really up for grabs against teams like Cole and Conquest, and, you know, even like Enemy lately has looked a lot better. And Follow Esports now pulling off a big upset against CLG. I know they had a rough night last night, but that's a big win to beat CLG this evening. So, yeah, it's wide open for that second spot now for this LAN.
Yep, so if you want to watch more StarLadder action, you can follow myself or Dust on Twitter. That's myself, Helium, at HeliumBrella, Dust, at DustMurray. Both of those are in the title here on the Twitch stream. You can also follow the channel so that when it goes live, you will be alerted, as we will continue throughout the playoffs of these NA qualifications. I think the match that was for tomorrow might have got rescheduled, so maybe there'll be a bit of a break. So just, you know, stay tuned to Reddit, Twitter, whatever, to find out when these matches are happening. We hope to see you back, and we hope you had a good time tonight. Until we see you next time, have a good one, and peace out.